Just when the pain had started to fade, just when Amy learned how to live again, a shadow from the past returns, and nothing will be the same again. Season 19 of Heartland isn't just another chapter. It's the one that reopens a wound everyone thought had finally healed. The name is spoken again. The memories come rushing back. Ty Borden is back. And Graham Wardle's return is changing everything. Ty Borden wasn't just a character in Heartland. He was the heart of it. From the moment he showed up at the ranch in Season 1, troubled and angry, something shifted in the story. He was more than just Amy's love interest. He was the symbol of healing. He turned pain into purpose. He saved horses, built a family, and fought through every struggle life threw his way. When Ty and Amy finally said "I do," it felt like a reward for years of heartbreak, patience, and growth. And when baby Lyndy was born, it was as if the Heartland dream was complete. But dreams don't last forever. In Season 14, everything changed. Ty's sudden death didn't just take him away from Amy. It ripped a hole through the entire ranch, through the hearts of fans everywhere. It wasn't just shocking. It was unfair. After everything Ty had overcome, from abusive parents to gunshots and life-threatening injuries, no one expected his story to end that way. And yet, it did. Quietly. Painfully. Permanently. Or so we thought. Amy's grief journey became the center of the next few seasons. We watched her try to smile again. We watched her break down when no one was looking. We saw her try to raise Lyndy as both mother and father. But no matter how strong she appeared, the ghost of Ty was always there, in her silence, in the way. She looked at the horses in the way she avoided the empty side of the bed. She didn't talk about him often, but when she did, the weight in her voice was undeniable. She was still holding on. And so were the fans. Even 3 seasons later, viewers haven't moved on from Ty's loss. Every social media post, every YouTube comment, every fan forum, people are still asking the same question. Will Ty ever come back? For many, Graham Wardle's exit left a wound that never healed. And now, whispers have turned into something more. In Season 19, the silence is broken. His name appears again in scripts. Flashbacks begin. Familiar scenes replay in Amy's dreams. But then comes the moment no one expected. A shadow at the barn. A voice behind the door. And the camera slowly pans to reveal the man we thought we'd lost forever. Graham Wardle is back. What does it mean? Is Ty really alive? Is it a dream? A memory? A ghost? Or something deeper, something spiritual? The writers are being careful. They know how emotional this is for the audience. They know what this character means to the show. That's why Season 19 is not just about bringing Ty back. It's about honoring the story, about giving fans closure or maybe hope. The first episode doesn't give it away all at once. At first, it's a voice, then a vision. Amy finds an old letter she never opened. Lyndy asks a question she never dared to answer. What was Dad like? And Amy's eyes fill with tears. Then slowly, pieces come together. Jack finds Ty's old journal in the loft. Lou sees a photograph she'd forgotten existed. And when Amy stands alone in the barn, late at night, the wind picks up, and she hears him. Whether it's a one-time appearance or something more, Ty's presence is felt. Deeply. The way Amy looks at the horizon changes. The way she touches the horses changes. Something in her soul begins to shift, because even in death, Ty is not gone. And Graham Wardle's return, however brief or powerful, reminds us that some love stories never truly end. Nobody expected the silence to break, not after all this time. But suddenly, something shifted in the real world, far away from the fictional land of Heartland. A short podcast clip, a carefully chosen word in an interview, a mysterious photo, and just like that, the rumors started again. Rumors that Graham Wardle might return as Ty Borden. Not in flashbacks, not in dreams, but truly return. It began, quietly, almost like a whisper among die-hard fans. Graham, who had stayed mostly silent about the show after his emotional exit in season 14, appeared in a live podcast episode. When asked about Heartland, he smiled, not with sadness but with something more. Hope? Nostalgia? He didn't say never. He didn't close the door. Instead, he said, "Sometimes the story isn't done, even when we think it is." That one sentence sent fans into a frenzy. Then came the Instagram post. Just a picture, simple, quiet, but powerful. It was an old photo of the Heartland Ranch, taken at sunset. No caption, no explanation. But longtime fans knew that angle, that view. That was where Ty stood when he first kissed Amy. Within minutes, the comments were flooded. "Are you coming back? Is this real? Please say it's true." Next, fans spotted something strange in a behind-the-scenes clip from the season 19 set. Just for a moment, a tall figure in a cowboy hat walked by the camera. Too blurry to be sure, but just clear enough to ignite questions. Was that him? The walk? The hat? The height? Could they be hiding something? Some fans believe the showrunners are planning a surprise twist, something they've kept tightly under wraps. After all, Heartland has always been about emotion, family, and healing. And what could be more powerful than Amy facing Ty again, even if just in a vision or a dream that brings peace? Others think Graham Wardle might return only for a few short scenes. One final goodbye. Maybe a message from the past. Maybe a vision that helps Amy find new strength. Maybe something supernatural, spiritual. Something Heartland has never done before. But then again, this isn't just any season. This is season 19, a number full of change, a number that almost feels like a transition towards something greater. The writers have dropped subtle clues in early episodes. Amy wakes from a dream, her face wet with tears, whispering his name. Jack finds a box in the attic labeled Ty. Lou talks about the strength it takes to let go, and the power of memory. Even Lisa mentions strange feelings, saying it's as if someone is watching over the ranch again. But the biggest moment comes when Lyndy, with her sweet, innocent voice, asks Amy something simple. "Why don't I remember Daddy's voice?" That question breaks the audience, and breaks Amy too, and suddenly the screen goes quiet. A flash of light, a familiar tone, and a soft, steady voice says her name. Amy. It's unmistakable. It's Ty. Or at least, it sounds like him. And now the mystery deepens. Is this all part of Amy's healing? Or has something changed in the fabric of the story itself? The fans don't know for sure, but they've been watching everything frame by frame. They're comparing interviews, reading between the lines, and holding their breath. Because the truth is, Heartland has always been full of love stories, of healing journeys, of emotional comebacks. But this could be the most powerful of all. And if Graham Wardle is really returning, even for a moment, season 19 might become the season that redefines everything. Sometimes, a single heartbeat from the past can shake the future. Ty Borden's return isn't just a shock, it's a storm, one that's quietly rolling through every corner of Heartland, and no one is ready for what it's about to uncover. This isn't just about a man walking back into a story. It's about every relationship, every emotion, and every future plan suddenly being rewritten. For Amy, everything stops. Her strength, the quiet kind she's carried since Ty's death, begins to crack. She built her life again from pieces. She smiled for Lyndy, stayed strong for the ranch, and tried to move on. But now, with just one look, one sound, one presence, Ty is back, and the weight of her healing is suddenly too heavy. The walls she built around her heart begin to crumble, not from weakness, but from the truth she never wanted to face. She never truly let him go. Imagine the emotional earthquake. Inside her, the shock, the confusion, the anger. She spent seasons learning how to breathe again without him, and now she has to decide. Was it all real? Did he never leave? Or is this just the goodbye she never got to say? Her world spins, and the audience spins with her. But Amy isn't the only one affected. Jack, the Rock of Heartland, finds himself in the middle of memories and miracles. He was the one who raised Ty, taught him how to be a man, and watched him become a husband and father. Ty's death shook him more than anyone knew. But Jack never showed it. He carried that pain like a quiet burden, always looking forward, always moving. If Ty walks back into his life, whether in spirit or in flesh, Jack must face a wave of emotions he buried deep. Regret, love, relief, maybe even guilt. How does a man say goodbye again? If goodbye never truly happened, then there's Lyndy. She barely remembers her father. Only pieces. A smile here, a warm hand there. But what happens when she sees his face, or hears his voice? Her young heart might not understand everything, but she'll feel it. Children always do. Will she ask questions Amy can't answer? Will she beg to know more, to understand who he was? And what if, just what if, Ty speaks to her in a dream? Could this be the connection she always longed for? A chance to hold on to something she thought she never had? Lou, Lisa, Tim, everyone at Heartland will feel the shift. Ty's return isn't just a private moment. It echoes there's always been something spiritual about rough every relationship. Lou may feel anger that the wound is being opened again. Lisa may offer gentle guidance, sensing that something bigger is at play. Tim might react with denial, not ready to face the supernatural or unexplained. And the ranch itself, the land, the horses, the silence, will feel different. There's always been something spiritual about Heartland. A place where horses heal people, where the past isn't forgotten, where love lingers in the air. Ty's presence, even if it's not physical, makes that spirit come alive again. He was never just a man, he was part of the land, part of the energy. And now, it feels like that energy is stirring once more. But the real question lies in the future. If Ty is back, even briefly, what comes next? Is this a one-time return, a gift from the past? Or is it the beginning of something deeper? Will Amy find new strength through him? Will she finally be ready to open her heart again, knowing he'll always be with her? Some fans believe this emotional twist is setting up the ultimate goodbye, a peaceful farewell that brings healing, not heartbreak. Others hope it's something more, a spiritual guide for Amy, a voice that helps her move into her next chapter. And then there are whispers that this could be a soft launch for something unexpected, a spin-off, a time jump, or even a rebirth of their love story in a new way. No matter what, one thing is clear. Ty's return doesn't just affect the present. It redefines the past, and it rewrites the future. It's more than just a scene. It's more than a storyline. Ty Borden's return has become a moment, a shared heartbeat among millions of Heartland fans across the world. And now, Season 19 feels like more than a season. It feels like history being written all over again. When Graham Wardle's face reappeared, whether in a memory, a dream, or something unexplained, it wasn't just Amy who broke down. The audience did too. Twitter lit up with disbelief. Facebook groups filled with tears, joy, and confusion. Fans who had stopped watching after Season 14 came running back. People who never thought they'd feel that pain again felt it. And they welcomed it, because it meant one thing. Ty mattered, still matters, always will. For over a decade, Ty Borden stood for redemption, growth, and love. He wasn't perfect, but that made him real. Viewers watched him grow from a broken teen into a husband, father, and ranch hero. When he died, it didn't feel like fiction. It felt like a real person was taken from the world too soon. And now, Season 19 is proving something no one expected. That even death can't erase love. That grief doesn't mean the end. That some stories continue beyond the silence. Fan reactions have been overwhelming. Some call this return the miracle moment of the series. Others say it finally gave them closure they'd been searching for. A mother posted about watching the episode while holding her daughter, crying as Amy and Lyndy spoke about Ty. A man who lost his own father said that hearing Ty's voice again brought him comfort he didn't know he needed. These aren't just reactions, they're experiences, deep, personal connections with a story that feels more like family than fiction. And it's not just the fans who are reacting. The cast and crew have felt the impact too. In interviews, Amber Marshall, Amy's actress, spoke with emotion about filming these new scenes. She said, "It felt like coming full circle, like something we thought was over had one more page left." Directors and writers shared how careful they were with the script, knowing what it meant to bring Ty back even briefly. Every word, every glance, every second on screen was treated like sacred ground. This return also raises a question the series never fully answered. Can a love story ever truly end? Season 19 doesn't give a simple answer. It shows the ache, the beauty, the power of memory, and through it all it honors the love that Ty and Amy shared, not with fantasy, but with truth. A truth that says even when someone is gone, they don't disappear. They stay in the laughter, the tears, the stories, and the silence between words. Now fans are wondering what comes next. Could this be the setup for a final season? A farewell arc that gives Ty a proper goodbye? Or is it something more? A quiet message that says Heartland still has magic left to give? There's talk of a spin-off. There's hope for more dream sequences. Some fans even wish for a timeline jump, where Lyndy grows up and connects with her father in a way no one expected. But no matter what the future brings, Season 19 has already done something unforgettable. It reminded us why we fell in love with Heartland in the first place. Not because of plot twists or drama, but because of heart, because of love that lasts beyond time, because of characters who feel like family, and because of stories that heal the soul. As the screen fades to black and Ty's voice echoes one last time, viewers sit quietly, no music, no rush, just emotion. Because in that moment, we're not just watching a show, we're saying hello and goodbye all over again. And it's beautiful. There are moments in television that stay with us forever. A wedding, a goodbye, a single tear. But sometimes, the most powerful moment is a return. And Ty Borden's return in Season 19 of Heartland, no matter how brief or mysterious, is one of those rare moments that stops time. This isn't just the continuation of a character. It's a quiet reminder that healing doesn't always mean forgetting, that sometimes we must walk through our memories to understand our present. For Amy, this journey has never been about moving on. It's been about learning to live with the loss. And now in the soft shadow of Ty's presence, she begins to live again, not by pushing the past away, but by carrying it with strength. What makes this story so powerful isn't special effects or loud drama or shocking twists. It's emotion, real emotion, the kind that reaches through the screen and holds your heart. And in this season, the writers didn't just bring back a fan favorite. They brought back meaning. They brought back closure. They brought back connection. Ty's return also gives Heartland something rare in long-running shows. A second chance. Not to change the past, but to honor it. To give Amy a deeper reason to grow. To give Lyndy a glimpse of the father she never got to know. And to give the fans one final unforgettable gift, the chance to say, "I'm glad he came back." Even just once. As the episodes unfold, one truth becomes clear. Ty was never really gone. His love, his spirit, his legacy, they lived on in Amy, in the ranch, in every horse she touched, in every lesson he left behind. And now, with Graham Wardle's return, that legacy feels alive again. Maybe this was the ending we all needed. Not to erase the pain, but to complete the journey. And if this truly is the final chapter for Ty Borden, it's one written with love, depth, and the kind of beauty that only Heartland can deliver. Because some characters don't fade. They echo. They guide. They return, just when we need them the most. For more emotional twists, cast updates, and behind-the-scenes reveals from Heartland Season 19, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Nextdoor. You won't want to miss what's Coming next.